Alright, what I'm going to show here is an Aux Bar support family that I created. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife for Aux Bar supports. What you're seeing in front of us here on the screen is just a basic floor and a couple of walls in here. If we look at the wall, you can see they're 15 foot high. And we'll go back to the floor plan in here. So we have to load this in. So we go to our component and load family, go to our library, and then we're going to go here to cable tray supports, auxiliary framing, and we go down to hanger 2x9 here. Make sure you don't pick one of the revisions, pick the original here, and we'll say open. It'll load in and we can see it right there, and we'll click it in place, and then we'll hit escape twice and we can see it there. We have our thin lines on to make it easier to see, but something just doesn't look right. So let's look back at our 3D view. If we scroll in on our 3D view, we can see that this aux bar is embedded in the floor, and the top surface of the aux bar is even with the reference layer. Now this comes into play over here with the offset. This offset value is the level of the top face of the aux bar from the reference level. So let's just put it in at 8 foot. And we say OK, we'll remove our cursor out there, and we can see that this is now up at 8 foot above the floor. And let's go back to our floor plan. We scroll out, whoops, it's not there. Well, the reason why it's not there is our view range does not see it. So we're going to edit our view range. We're going to change our top level to 12 foot, and we're going to change our clipping level to 12 foot, and then say OK. Now we can see it. So the first thing we're going to do with this is we're going to attach this aux bar to the wall. So I just grab a hold of it, make sure I get my move in there. I'm going to move it close and then scroll in, because I want to make sure that I snap it right onto the wall. Now our angle iron here is snapped to the wall. Again, if we go out and look at the 3D view, you can see that it is attached to the wall. Now as we scroll in, what we see here is there are end caps visible on there, and we'd never have end caps on the aux bar where it's attached to the angle bracket here. So again, we'll highlight the aux bar family, and we're going to come over here, and in the graphics area here, we're going to scroll down, and we see end cap visibility base, and we're going to turn that off. And we see in here there's base, length, and midspan. Well, where that applies here is the base is this part here on the right where the angle is shown, and the length is here, and midspan is stuff that is in the middle. So now let's see how we can adjust the length of the aux bar. Again, we come over, we select it, and in dimensions we select length, and a standard length is 10 foot. So we'll say 10 foot, and boom, it grows to 10 foot. Now we see these brackets here with the pieces of all thread on it, and they go up for ceiling support. And how long those are controlled here. Right now they're saying they're at 1 foot. So let's change all those to 5 foot there. And we can see that our all thread grows in order to get from the base of the aux bar up to the ceiling a length of 5 foot. Now, one thing, we don't see the midspan. So if we go up here and we find suspension midspan visible, and we say OK, then we see the midspan become visible over here. We can control the distance that those are from different points on the aux bar. So this is this clamp distance, base, mid, and length. Again, the base is the part that's attached to the wall. So we're going to leave that at 1 foot, and we're going to change the midspan to right in the middle at 5 foot. And as soon as we click that, boom, there it goes right into the middle, and that works fine. What if we have to support this off of a cabinet or a rack? Well, the first thing that you want to do is take your aux bar to ceiling, and you want to change that to 1 inch three of them in there, and we'll see that that shrinks that all thread down to where it's just barely sticking out. Now typically when we're supporting from a cabinet or a rack, we have to have the insulator in there, so we turn these three on and we'll see the insulator show up. Boom. We can also control the length, the distance of the insulator from the base. There it's at 1 foot. We're going to make all these 2 foot. And they move down to 2 foot. In here we can control our aux bar as well, and so we just change that to 2 foot. Say apply, and our aux bar goes down into the insulator. Very nice thing for us here. Now let's say that we want to put a stanchion in here at the mid-span. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn off the insulator mid-span, and I'm going to change the length of the rod extension below length down here just to 6 inches. Then I'm going to, that's 6 foot, that's the wrong one. 2 foot, mid-span is the one I want, 6 inches. See that apply. Then I'm going to go up and turn on the post, make the post visible. There's the post. And actually I can turn off the insulator, where is it? The suspension mid-span visible. Turn that off. Then I can adjust the post position. This is distance from the base. So if I move that out 5 foot, and the post height, since we're above finished floor 8 foot, needs to be 8 foot. And hit apply, and it moves out there just fine. Now this all works great there, but let's say we need an aux bar that's longer than 10 feet. So 10 foot is the longest normal section that we get. So we're going to scroll down here to the bottom of the aux bar. I'll highlight the aux bar, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn off the length end cap, and we're going to turn on the splice visibility. So as I do that, now you can see the splice show up here, and we're going to install another aux bar. Hit component, it's still loaded, and we're just going to click over here and we're going to hit escape twice. We want to set this up. So the very first thing we need to do is turn off the end cap visibility in there, and we want to turn off our angled wall bracket. The other thing is we want to set the offset to be the same at 8 foot. Now we can go ahead and align these items. We'll go up to modify, align, pick the center line here, center line there, click those together. Now we want to make sure we grab the end of the aux bar, the original aux bar, and then the end of the new aux bar, and link those together. And we're going to hit escape, and if we look back at the 3D model, we can see that we've added another length here, and this length is individually adjustable here. Some oddball length now, we'll just call it 6 foot, and it's in there. And that's it.